welcome back to Gaming with Spoons. For those of you who have not been following through Twitter today, Nintendo, the Pokemon company, decided to release a huge tweet that got the internet talking, and they were doing a presentation which unfortunately was not streamable, but guys, we did get some information regarding the new Pokemon games coming out, and there is quite a bit of information to go ahead and go over. So let's go ahead and talk about the first two that we do know were coming out. This was Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Evee. These are up on Amazon, available for pre-order right now, both picked at $60 for the games. These are essentially what look to be a little bit better graphic style type game on the from what was on the Nintendo 3DS. So I think we are going to see the visuals at least updated a little bit, make those look a little bit crisp and clean, because they actually did with some of the screenshots. And I'll go through and add a lot of these screenshots so you guys can go ahead and see them, but they do look really cool. One of the biggest things that they did announce is there is a new game called Pokemon Quest, which is available right now on the Nintendo Switch and mobile phones. You can play them on both. I have checked my Nintendo Switch. As of the recording of this video, Pokemon Quest has not been put up on the Nintendo Switch, but it will be coming to the Switch device first. So there is that to go off. Now, it also does sound like Pokemon Let's Go Evee and Let's Go Pikachu are going to have integrated support into the Nintendo Switch, or from Pokemon Go. Now, one thing they did say during the live stream I thought was kind of interesting is you were able to be, or this presentation, that you'd be able to buy Pokemon from Pokemon Go, so I'm not sure. They didn't really go into a whole lot of detail. Again, I'm just following the tweets, what we're hearing. The news stories haven't even started to break, so I don't really understand what's going on there. This is just kind of what was popping up on Twitter. Everybody that I follow, the Pokemon thing that I decided to follow on there to get all of this information, amongst with Eurogamer and some other people going on, sharing some details with us. That's kind of what we know from there. We also do know that they are going to have a peripheral, an actual ball, which you're able to use to catch Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. They also made a really big deal about being able to play this game with one Joy-Con. Now, here was the kicker. Here was something that really surprised me with what this was. It does look like the game is going to be two players, because it shows two girls sitting in a room together, kind of going at it together, playing. So that is really cool in of itself. Especially where Pokemon is a game that I can play with my wife. The fact that this is co-op just sounds completely amazing. So I am kind of excited to see kind of where that goes from there. Now, the peripheral ball, I really wasn't understanding how this was working. They were showing this inside of the trailer that they had shown, which is also up. You guys can watch right now on the Pokemon official YouTube page. They do have that trailer up. I will provide a link down below in the description box so you guys can go ahead and check that out. But from my understanding, they're sitting there kind of rubbing the ball thing, almost like, I'm assuming, to keep the Pokemon in there, get it out. It didn't really make a lot of sense. Didn't really make a lot of sense, but that peripheral ball does seem to kind of be focused around what it is. Now, I couldn't find out, or really couldn't see anything as to whether or not the peripheral, the Pokeball, was going to be sold separately from the game, or if that was going to be included in the game for $60. I would kind of hope that they just decided to include that into the game. But they do look to be kind of more integrating a more realistic experience, I guess you could say, with them adding the Pokeball in there. PokeQuest, it looked like a little cheap-ass mobile game, a little chibi block kind of style versions of the Pokemon. Nothing real exciting there. So we have official confirmation that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Evee are remakes of Pokemon Yellow. So they are taking us back to the Kanto region. We're going to kind of be able to explore there. And they did say that there is a brand new entry coming to the Nintendo Switch for Pokemon next year. Middle of next year, 2019, the next big RPG. So the follow-up to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is going to be coming out next year. So if this is something that doesn't interest you, you're having that come out next year. But they did give us a release date for these as well. November 2016, 2018 is when we are going to see Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Evee released. Now, I imagine this is going to be a you're going to see a lot of people flocking to the stores to buy the Nintendo Switch. I have my Nintendo Switch, obviously, with the things going through. I don't think I'm going to buy another one for my wife, but I'm very curious to see where this game goes, what this is, and it definitely has my attention. I do imagine we're going to go through and get more at E3. I'll try to cover up any other questions that are floating around. If anything else does come up through, I see a news article to read it, I'll definitely cover it. But this is kind of just the initial raw things that we got through a little bit of tweets from presentation, from a closed-door presentation that was kind of going on. So be sure to leave your thoughts, comments down below. What do you guys think of the new Pokemon game? Are you guys excited for this? What version are you going to get? Are you going to go with Pikachu or are you going to go with Evee? Very curious to hear that all down below. Be sure to hit subscribe there for me to keep up to date with all of my content. You can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Links are going to be down below in that description box. Twitter's probably going to be the place to get a lot of the information, as I'm going to be retweeting a lot of what I'm hearing. So be sure to follow me over there as well. And most importantly, stay happy, be happy, game happy. Spoons is checking out.